Mention health is wealth. So now the main thing is when you have health, that's when you can create wealth. So, and one of the main things when it comes to in terms of health and longevity, there are several factors that contribute to health and longevity, but there is two major ones that contribute to that. The first one is lifestyle, and the second one is genetic. And when we talk about these two factors, we can also categorize that into two ways. We can categorize that into modifiable and non-modifiable. So when we think about modifiable, think about something that you have control over, something you can change. And when we talk about non-modifiable, think about something you don't have power over, something you can't change. Whatever is being passed down to you is what you have. And that's when we dive down into the genetic aspect. Because there are some genes that are susceptible to specific kind of disease or cardiovascular illness or some type of cancer. But lifestyle, which is based on the factor that you can change, you can either delay your chance of developing those illness, or you can even prevent that overall. And one of the main things when we talk about wellness is an optimal well-being. So when we talk about optimal well-being, so that means it comprises of several components. So that means if I miss one component, that is not a state of well-being. That is just a well-being. When we talk about this component, we're talking about physical, we're talking about financial, we're talking about occupational, and several aspects, which is, I think there was about 8 of those. And as individual, you can choose 2 different types of wellness. You can choose what I call the holistic wellness, which is also called the preventative wellness. Or you can do a reactive wellness. Think about this scenario. So I have my holistic wellness right here, and I have my reactive wellness on the other side. When I talk about reactive wellness, think about reactive wellness as just a single bandage. So that means I don't have to do anything. I'm waiting until there is illness for me to do something. So that means you're living that sedentary lifestyle. When I'm talking about the holistic wellness, think about the type of wellness that require discipline, that require action. So that means I'm focusing on physical activity, focusing on nutrition, focusing on the spiritual, as well as the emotional balance, focusing on, main one, medical checkup. Because there are some disease or type of illness at an early stage, there's no sign or symptoms. But when that type of disease lead to other type, that's when you start seeing the sign and symptoms. But if you practice the holistic wellness, that means you can uncover some of those type of illness before they become to something a little bit bigger. So now, as a health and wellness team, what are the expectations? Just as Sister Sherry mentioned, the main thing is to provide information, because with information comes with decision as well as in terms of choices. So that means you are very conscious of choices that you make when it comes to being disciplined and taking action, when it comes to your food selection, because there are millions, especially when you go to grocery store, there's millions of selection. So when we talk about, especially before we talk about in terms of fresh and packaged item, that's decade ago. So right now we are living in the world of fresh and several categories, either organic or inorganic. Then we go to the other aspect of package. I don't call it package, I call that package confusion. Because, for instance, let's walk into a grocery store. Let's pick an aisle. Maybe you're trying to buy an onion. You look at the several type of onion right there. You see 100% onion. You see raw onion. You see 100% pure organic onion. So now you are confused, like which one is the good onion? But we live in a society whereby we associate quality with price. So now when you go in there, you see, all right, this one is 100% pure organic honey. $19.99. Then you are like, oh, this one must be the best one. And you see the other one that is just 100% honey. Then you are like, this one is $4.99. You are like, all right, this is not a good honey. But with information, then that will give you that conscious mindset when it comes to selection. Now if you go to other aisle, you go to cereal aisle. Several, it's just like a decoration when you go to the cereal aisle. So now there's several games that when we talk about marketing that they play with either kid or everybody. They put some of our famous character in there. Especially for kids, CoComelon. You do Paw Patrol. You see them on that label. Or they even go into an extent of just putting your favorite player. Like if you love basketball, they put maybe Shaq O'Neal on that. Then you're like, all right, this must be good. So now you go to the yogurt aisle, focusing on the nutrition label. They tell you fat-free. They tell you low fat. They tell you 21% fat. Now what type of information do you have in order to select the right choices? And this is affecting our health. And that was the main thing Sister Cheryl mentioned in terms of some of those prices that we are paying when it comes to medical insurance. But if we take an active lifestyle in terms of living those holistic type of wellness, we can prevent some of this illness or even delay some of the illness for some people that are susceptible based on their genetic. As we embark on this holistic wellness, the first thing we want you to is to embrace slow integration. Because our goal is to give you that education so you can start something and make that thing become an habit. That's the main thing. But when you start slowly incorporating those in your lifestyle, that's when you can make it an habit. And also, ask questions. Be open-minded. That's one of the main things. Being open-minded, I think that's key when it comes to receiving this information. Because there are several evolutions when it comes to nutrition. Several evolutions when it comes to our wellness overall, the healthcare system. There's a lot of evolution in there. Now we are battling when it comes to nutrition, battling between focusing on quality over beauty of a product. That's what we're battling with. So, but with knowledge, then we're able to focus on the right selection. I want you to also have fun with it as a family. When it comes to nutrition, exercise, have fun with it as a family. Incorporate that. I think that's one of the main things the family team are trying to encourage as well. And also try to evaluate your current health. Think about your family history. What are you willing to change? What do you want for your health? Or would you rather wait until a decline in your health become a wake-up call in order to embark on this journey? So when we think about the new year, the main thing is start thinking about your bucket list. What is inside your bucket list right now? Is health and wellness in there? All right. Thank you.